Previously on Mr. Sterling.
I'm sure that my father's name, I mean, the fact that he was a very popular political figure, a congressman, a four-term governor.
No, I'm trying to tell you what the public wants to hear, boy. I love my father, but I'm my own man. Now, that shows you're not writing on my name.
Good. Thank you. I don't need your advice.
You don't have to mean it. You just have to say it.
He did everything you needed him to do. No one is ever going to ask again if you got appointed to the Senate because of your father. He completely separated himself from you.
Yeah, he sure did. I have 5 briefing books to read now.
You were just saying that because you are cranky.
No, I'm saying that because this is the 10th time that I've told you that I hate office birthday parties.
It is a birthday cake. People sing happy birthday to you. You say, oh, shucks, and then you disappear right back into your office. The whole thing is going to take maybe 5 minutes.
It's 5 minutes of pure pain. No.
You're going to break Leon's heart. He's been obsessing over strawberry or chocolate for a whole week now.
You already did it, didn't you? You ignored everything I said, and right at this moment, people are waiting in my office, hiding behind doors, shushing each other. We're walking back into office party hell, aren't we?
Well, I don't think they're quite in position yet.
I'm locking my door.
I have a key. Oh, no.
What, he doesn't suspect, does he?
Oh, no, he does not have a clue. Senator Howard's wife was in an accident.
Oh, serious?
She's in intensive care.
So what does this do to the cake?
Hell, he's never even spoken to Senator Howard. I think the cake is probably safe.
Good, because it's bad enough being demoted to Cake Boy. If it's canceled, then I'm failed Cake Boy. I don't think you can get much lower than that.
You're the one who had the idea about the cake in the first place, Leon.
Just because I remembered his birthday, it doesn't mean I have to be the one who gets it.
Whoever has the idea does the job. That's office rule number 1.
Yeah, so if I have any ideas about legislative policy, I get to carry those out, too? Because I could always squeeze it in between birthday parties.
Leon, we are over budget, okay? When an opening for legislative assistant comes up, I will speak to Tommy.
I'll do it for free.
For free.
Yeah, just give me the responsibilities.
Who's gonna handle the mail?
Data services? I'll do it. I'll do them both.
Okay, I will discuss it with Tommy. No promises.
If you have a cake in your hand, you'll live to regret it.
Senator Howard's wife was in an accident. She's in the hospital.
Senator Howard from,
Wisconsin.
is she gonna be okay?
Well, his press secretary is a good friend of mine, so I'm going to call her after this. But we need to send flowers, we need to send a note, so I just wanted you to approve the text.
This is in a form letter.
Will you just look at the text?
Do you have a form letter for every calamity? I mean, what if I said someone was having incontinence problems? You just go to your file?
You want me to write a new letter? Fine. I
No,
can rewrite the letter.
I'll write the letter.
Okay.
I'll write the letter myself. Jackie.
His first name is Mike.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Senator Sterling. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Senator.
Thank you, Pop. You knew about this?
I've come to town to take my boy to dinner on his birthday. Wow. Where is the ice cream? Ice cream. Now put it right here on the desk. Yeah, fine. Come on in, folks. Come in. Grab a seat, everybody.
Billy.
Blow out the candles, for God's sake.
Sorry.
All right. Make a wish, Senator.
Yes, I did, Tommy. Thank you.
Just make the first cut, and then we'll take the party into the bullpen.
Nonsense. A man gets one birthday a year. No. Come in here, everybody. Come on. Come on in. In.
Governor?
No. The first piece goes to the birthday boy.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I just got a call from the press club. Howard was supposed to speak on Friday. He's canceled. They want you, Senator.
Press club, that's fantastic.
It's 2 days. Tommy, we need a speech.
I'll find out what Howard was
Press
gonna say.
release. Okay, great. 5 subjects. We'll come up with something.
Yeah, Karen.
No, wait, I need Karen.
No, I need Karen.
I need to figure out how many seats you're going to give to Howard. Those seats. Sure.
So, what are you working on?
hear on the cost of power and nothing on the water problem. And Andy!
Well, it looks like you could use a hand.
Yeah, I do if you keep stealing my people. Andy!
One seat, the rest are all taken.
No, we'll settle for 6.
Where the hell is Andy?
He's in the copy room. The seats are all gone.
Well, you tell him try finding someone else in 2 days' notice. We need 6. Sterling's father, Tommy, me, and the 3 Lovemans. 6, Karen.
3 Lovemans?
Yeah, Mom, Dad, and Junior Loveman. I'm trying to get them to do a fundraiser in Chico.
I didn't know there was that much money in Chico.
Agridollars. I'm thinking we slip a little something about agriculture into the speech.
Agribusiness hates him. Education is the topic. It's the only thing he's talked about since he got here.
You know how many family farms have been lost in California?
Most of them now owned by the Lovemans, I'm sure.
Well, they are the single largest organic family
Andy!
farm. Wow, you really need some help, don't you?
I mean, Leon?
Come on, he's overdue for a bump in responsibility. He's our hardest worker, and it's not going to cost us anything.
Fine.
Fine what?
I'll give him 2 weeks. If he can handle the extra load, he can have the job. If not, I'll fire him.
You know, you can't actually fire someone you're not paying.
Watch me.
No. I'll just use one of the desks out here.
Okay, now look, I'm gonna get somebody to take you back to your hotel.
Go back to work. I gotta make some phone calls. I gotta return a call. This guy is a reporter for the LA Times. He says he wants to do a piece on my governorship, ancient history. Who the hell cares about that?
Just a few things you might need. Can I get you a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, you take care of the fellow that signs your checks. I'm fine.
Why don't you just use my
Will you
office?
stop hanging around now, please? Go back and do what you have
right,
to do.
okay,
I'm
okay.
fine. I'm fine. Oh, is there anybody that can help me with? Oh, Pat, would you mind getting this guy for me, please? I can't make these phones make any sense.
No problem, Governor.
And where is the water cooler?
I'll get you a bottle.
Oh.
It's Tommy.
Commerce Committee.
He drives me nuts. He says he doesn't need anything, just so you'll insist on giving him things, okay? Don't mind me. I'm not important. Then you realize he has an entire staff working for him.
It's been hard for him having a staff all those years and then having none.
We on the way to the floor?
Yeah, I hear you're to be congratulated.
No. Leon, where are you going?
To the floor.
No, to the office. I need 2 pages on eliminating tax breaks on SUVs over 6,000 pounds.
I want to talk to you about that. It's ridiculous.
It's a tax break designed to help farmers pay for their pickup trucks.
Yeah, and doctors are using it to pay for their giant SUVs. It's on the list.
List of what?
I don't want to talk about it at the press club. We'll run through it as soon as I vote.
Coastal drilling, the alternative minimum tax, Social Security reform, the WTO, the IMF, energy regulation, North Korea,
Now we're in trouble.
airport security, Amtrak, the draft.
For or against?
God, who cares at this point? School vouchers, copyright extensions.
2 pages.
You ready for this? Cuba.
In what way?
God, it doesn't matter, Leon. This is a disaster. He goes out there with this laundry list. He's going to
Senator
get laughed
Sterling's
off the
office?
stage.
Yeah, but he's not talking about
one moment,
normalizing
please.
relations, is he?
Maybe just trying to narrow in
I
on
walked
something.
into his office with this box filled with fresh horse manure, and I plunked it right in the middle of his desk. Needless to say, that was the last time he ever used that line on me. Yes, Pat.
Your call from the Times is on 3, Governor.
On 3. Oh, all right. Thank you. Bill Sterling. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've been a little busy. Yeah, well, I had to come back to Washington. No advice. Tell me something. Dennis, is it? Why this sudden interest in an old war horse like me?
Want to add anything to the list?
Well, actually, no. I'm not even sure I could think of any more.
Oh, no, you go in, because I have to go do some research on cafe standards.
But really, that would be great, because I want to know where he stands on the Cuba thing.
You like working for me, Leon?
I'll go research the cafe standards.
That'd be sweet.
Nobody's called me the builder for 20 years. Oh, yes, we did put a lot of concrete in the ground. Oh, yeah. Well, we built highways and libraries and... What? Oh, Joe Bartwick? Yeah, sure, I know him. Good man, very good man. Yeah, he died, you know. Yeah, about 10... What? Yeah. Bartwick. Construction. Yeah, that's right. Yes, they had a lot of contracts with the state. Oh, yeah. What's your point, Dennis? Well, who's saying that? No, I never heard of him. What? No, no comment. Reporters.
So we'll pick a half a dozen.
No, Jackie's right. You need to really choose one subject.
Because everyone else does.
The speech at the press club luncheon defines you as a senator, all right? You talk about education, you're the education senator. Senator French talked about the environment and became the environmental guy. Forget about the fact that he wasn't even on the committee for the environment.
Did absolutely nothing for the environment.
Yeah, but that's how he was known.
And that's ridiculous.
Well, that's the press corps. They like things simply labeled and easy to remember.
Okay, simple. How about normalizing relations with Cuba?
No, pick another topic.
It's the simplest one on my list. The embargo is pointless and it's silly.
Silly would not be the best argument to use at the press club.
Senator, do you really want to be known as the Cuba guy? You can talk about education for an hour, and you say the word Cuba, and that's all that they're going to print. Yes, Derek?
You have Senator Robertson's press conference in 10 minutes, and I wanted to alert you to a possible situation.
This guy could really drink. I mean, he never got a story right in 20 years, but he could really bend an adjective. Senator.
I got a press conference I got to go to. You want to walk with me?
Yeah, I think I can make it that far. Onward.
He really said no comment? No one says that anymore.
Apparently he does.
What was this reporter's name?
Dennis Aguilar.
Oh, see what you can find out.
Do you have a topic for me? Because I'm sitting on my hands. This is Derek Larner. Jackie, I've got Dennis Aguilar for the senator.
I thought your staff had better things to do than listen into my phone calls.
Well, it's kind of hard to miss, Pa.
Senator, excuse me, the Los Angeles Times is looking for a comment.
Tell him I'll call him back.
That the jerk that called me? Don't bother.
What does he want?
Derek couldn't get that out of him.
Now, wait a minute. The man is a rude Just don't talk to him.
That's not really an option, sir.
Jackie, you tell him if he can develop some manners, then people will return his phone calls. Don't waste your breath.
Just tell him I'm busy.
Senator.
I'm busy. Hey. Now you're gonna tell me?
It was just some creep fishing for a story that wasn't there. Now let it go, will you? You know, I think I'll go to the hotel. Yeah, but see you for dinner, right?
Yeah, I'll get you a ride.
No. I'll catch a cab. No, in fact, I think I may do a little walking. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Derek, what's this Dennis Aguilar's phone number?
He's still holding on line 3. I said he'd returned. We can't get away with not talking to the Los Angeles Times. We can't just not talk to the press.
Derek. Hi, Dennis. Hi, this is Jackie Brock. The senator is on the floor right now, and I'm afraid he probably won't be able to speak to you before your deadline. You mind telling me what this is in regards to? Really? Uh-huh. Okay, well, let me see what I can do. Thank you. What time is the press conference?
5 minutes ago, he's running late.
They're gonna get their correspondent to ask him.
What's the story?
So we welcome the Department of the Interior's intervention in this matter. There is no question that our southwestern states face a serious water shortage, and diverting and storing water from the Colorado is absolutely necessary, which is why we are urging the department to quickly approve storing water under the Mojave Desert. Thank you. Questions?
Senator Sterling. Senator Sterling?
You were about to be ambushed. The Times is going with the story that your father took a bribe.
Is there anything more specific than that?
No, it's a series of highway projects. This guy Bartwick almost always got the job, and he was almost never low bidder.
There could be 100 reasons for that.
Not for these bags of cash.
And who is this Riley guy?
Don't know. He's just somebody who's talking.
After 25 years.
What we need to decide is whether or not to comment.
I don't know anything. What would I say?
This started out as a puff piece. You know, your dad's administration, see if it can show anything about what we can expect from you. This is only a story because of you.
I was a kid.
You can't appear to be sidestepping the issue. You have to come out and defend your father. Otherwise, you look like the ungrateful son.
You have to go out there and say it's a pack of lies.
I'm not going to talk to the guy.
In that case, you'll never get through another press conference. All the questions will be about this.
We have 3.5 hours to deadline.
Anybody found the governor yet?
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. And be sure to vote for my son. All right. Goodbye. Have a good time. Have a good time.
Senator, Leon found your father on the second floor. He's bringing him up now.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for that. It takes me 3 weeks to get 8 senators together for a press conference, and you run out in the middle of it.
It was hardly the middle.
Did you have a problem with something I said? You didn't want me to mention the desert? Is there something politically sensitive about sand?
My father just came to town, and,
And?
the Times is breaking a story that he, took a bribe.
You're kidding. That's awful. Does he have a good criminal lawyer?
Yeah,
Art Bracken's the guy you want. He worked miracles for Conti when the ethics committee went after him.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. What's your relationship like with your father?
Complicated. Less so since he died.
I'm sorry.
Actually, that's not true. It's more complicated now. I found out at his funeral he was having an affair for 27 years. You know, they're just some things you'd rather not know.
Oh, pardon me. Am I interrupting?
Governor Sterling.
Yeah, the beautiful Senator Robertson. I am such a fan.
And they say all politicians are liars. It's a great pleasure to meet you.
No. The pleasure is all mine.
I'll let you two talk. Jackie. Bill told me what's happening. You need to get Art Bracken in here right now. He's a friend. You want me to call him?
No, thanks, Senator. We'll handle it.
Well, if there's anything I can do, except public statement of support or anything like that.
Pat, can you tell Tommy that the governor's here?
It's complete bull. Not even a good story there. Oh, Joe Bartwick. He delivered 100% on every contract he had with the state, and he never gouged a nickel.
And you didn't always award contracts to the lowest bidder.
Very often, it's the low bidder that'll screw you. They see the job, they find a loophole, they bid low, and then they exploit the loophole.
Did you ever accept any campaign contributions from Mr. Bartwick?
I assume so, sure. I did from every other contractor who didn't get the job, but there were no bribes.
You have any records of that?
No, we didn't keep those records then.
Well, cash campaign contributions were legal back then, and there was no limit at all on donations until last year.
Think about it, folks. Think about it. A bag full of cash. I'd remember it. Never happened.
And you don't remember this Quinn Riley person who's making the accusation?
No.
Then we go with a straight denial.
No. Please don't play their game. No, Stonewall. No, it'll probably all blow over by Monday.
With all due respect, Governor, I really don't...
No, I think we're gonna go with no comment.
That's a mistake.
No, then it's mine.
So, what do you say? You ready for that steak?
I think I'm gonna pass this time. Pop, you're here for a few days, right? Well, I have a ton of work that I didn't do today, so can I get you a cab?
Okay.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
You sleeping?
Yeah, what's up?
The story's on the LA Times website. You want me to read it to you?
No, I can wait.
It's not good. This guy Riley, he's got dates, he's got places.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Night.
All right, good night.
There's good news here. It's below the fold.
I already had calls from a dozen other papers, and the West Coast isn't even open yet.
This Riley person claims to have worked for your dad for 4 years. Now, does the governor have any further recollection of him?
I haven't spoken to him this morning.
Well, I think we can avoid doing a press conference, but you need to make a statement. And it should be this morning, especially because it's your father. We don't want to appear to be measuring a response. So I think that the best approach is personal. You need to respond as a son, not as a politician. You need to say something like, you know your father and you can't believe that there's any truth to these allegations. Believe is the key word here. You know, people want to see an emotional reaction from a son. They can identify with it and it'll ring true. Why don't I draft up something and you can put it into your own words?
Okay.
So, the press club speech.
Question is, do you do it at all? I mean, you walk in there, 200 journalists with this hanging in the air and...
But if you don't do it, it looks like you've got something to hide. It looks bad, it plays bad for you and your dad. So let's go with the education speech. It's the least controversial, and the last thing you need right now is controversy. How long is your dad staying?
I think he goes back on Sunday, but he could decide just to leave today.
No, you should talk him out of that. That's going to look like you're sending him away, and it's going to play as self-serving. Did you invite your father to the luncheon?
No, not yet.
Okay, anything else?
We need to speak to your father and his attorney as soon as possible.
He doesn't have an attorney. He hates them.
Well, we still need to talk to him, and this morning. And we should go to him.
Yeah.
No. No, I will.
Okay.
All right, I'll start working on a draft of the education speech.
You're, really good at this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know now's a bad time.
Leon, he's not going to talk about you.
I have some strong feelings about this, and
Leon,
as a
he's
matter
not
of
gonna-
policy,
Look,
just... 2 minutes.
You're not going to try and tell me the embargo works, are you, Leon?
Yes, Senator, I am.
Come on, Leon. 40 years and Castro's still in power.
Okay, yes, the embargo has not forced him out of power. That's
No,
true.
but it helps him stay in power. Okay, it lets him blame all his problems on us. The Cuban economy, our fault. Poverty, our fault.
He's lying about all
I
that.
know, so let us normalize relations and show the Cuban people who's to blame for the problems and see if he can stay in power.
Sir, the embargo is there to remind the world that Castro is running an outlaw regime, okay? That he stole land, he stole homes, he stole...
Okay, did the government take property from your family?
Yes. He seized my grandfather's farm. And if we normalize relations, we are legitimizing all of that, all right? We're telling the Cuban people that fled that country that they have no claim whatsoever on everything they had to leave behind.
It's kind of like what we did with the Indian tribes.
Yeah. And we're not exactly proud of that, are we?
Look, I don't think the Cubans are ever going to get their property back.
Maybe not. But please don't tell my grandfather that. His dream is to go back to his farm. It's what keeps him alive. Sir, can I send you a memo on all of this? Because I have more that I'd like to say, and if you're going to mention it to press club...
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'll stick with education.
Okay. Sir,
Yeah.
thank you
For what?
for listening.
Worried about peeping Toms from the Supreme Court building?
There was a glare on the screen. You know a big reason I decided to work for him? It's because within 10 minutes of meeting him, I knew that we'd never be doing what we're doing right now. I thought I was out of scandal management.
You have a gift.
Thanks.
It's not the governor's mansion, but actually it's pretty close.
Well, you should have called and I would have got you a better place.
Well, you could have asked me to stay with you.
Well, if you would have called me, told me you were coming.
No, you'd have made an excuse. I'm too busy. I'll see you in California, Daddy.
That's not true.
So, where are the troops? I figure you'd be flanked by your staff, and Some lawyers in dark glasses all trying to figure out what to do with this embarrassing old man of yours.
No.
I'm just teasing you, Billy. Sit down.
Hey, you read these two papers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both about the same.
You see the photo of this guy, Riley?
Yeah, it looks like he's been living under a rock all his life. Somebody should have hit him in the head with it. You know who's behind this, of course? Governor Moreno, your old friend.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. This isn't about me. This is about getting you.
So you don't recognize this guy, Riley?
What, are you saying I should?
No. You know, but I was just 10 and I recognize him.
Oh, he worked for me. A lot of people work for me.
It says he was your bag man.
Will you stop talking like you're in a Bogart movie? So he worked for me. Maybe I fired him. Marino found a disgruntled employee and then gave him
What,
something.
and made him pretend that he collected bags of money for you? Huh? Made him make up names and people and places?
The statute of limitations on that ran out in 1978.
You know, funny how you remember exactly when the statute expired, almost as if you were expecting this.
What do you want to hear, boy? You want to hear that your old man's dirty? You want to hear that your old man took payoffs, that he took cash? Yo, you and your nice new clean world today with PAC money and soft money and corporate money and union money and that. You want to know if I took cash, do you? I took cash. I took lots of cash. Yes. I took cash from campaign money. I took cash from anybody who would give it to me. We all did. And any politician that tells you differently is a liar. That's the way campaign money was raised, Billy. And if you want to think that I took a bribe, you think that. I'm gonna take a walk.
So, how'd it go?
You knew the guy? He took the cash.
Huh.
Said it was campaign contributions.
That was legal then, and, well, it's not like your dad is living high.
Yeah, well, the guy can barely afford a housekeeper.
Look, lawyer to lawyer, there's no way that anyone's gonna prove anything other than your dad and this Riley guy. Everybody's dead. I mean, just doesn't do much for his name. Or yours. The bad thing is that he lied to the press.
Yeah, and to me.
Yeah, but look, when you're the subject of a scandal, everybody screws up, the smartest people. Your dad isn't handling this very well because he's never been through it before. 28 years in public life, and he's never had to deal with something like this. Now, that tells me a lot. If he were handling it well, I'd be suspicious. I think your father did nothing wrong.
If this was your father, I'd say exactly the same thing.
No, I'm not just saying that. Your father was a great governor. And he was great not because of the buildings and the roads he built. He was great because of the way that he connected with people, the way he inspired people. His speech at the 72 convention was the best that I've ever heard. He's one of the guys that made me want to do what I do.
Times is doing a follow-up tomorrow. They're printing your statement.
Any more revelations? Come here, sit down.
Well, they weren't overly forthcoming. Any idea where your father could be?
Should send someone out to the monuments. Probably posing for pictures.
Did you read Tommy's draft of the press club speech yet?
Yeah, this is the safest speech ever written. Not a controversial syllable in it.
I think you should do it. You can't just hide in this town. I mean, you can. Your predecessor did a good job of it, but that's not you. You should go.
Okay.
You can't take your father. You know that. You can't even be seen with him.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I thought maybe the press had finally found me. How's it going there?
It's going okay. I've decided to go to the press club luncheon.
Well, no reason to hide, boy. And you got to show him that.
Yeah. I can't take you with me.
Well, anybody in their right mind knows that. Look, I think we should get together tomorrow morning, clear the air, and figure out a way to fight this thing head on.
All right, that sounds good. I'll see you then.
Good night.
Good night.
A lot of ways to spin this story. Renegade employee. If he did collect cash, there's no proof he actually gave it to the governor or that anything was done in exchange.
That's not going to make this go away.
Marino's fingerprints are all over this. It reads like he dictated it. What about leaking a story about that bimbo that Marino's been sleeping with? Now, well, it'll give the press something else to chew on for a while.
It's not your strongest sex scandal, sir.
And it's not really going to take the spotlight off of this.
Well, have you got any bright ideas?
They have no proof that you did anything illegal. So my recommendation would be that you just face the press. You stand there and you answer all their questions, no matter how long it takes. It might be very uncomfortable, but if you just keep your cool and keep answering until they run out of questions, then you will have shown that you have nothing to hide.
Just stand up and let them have a go at me, huh?
Yes.
What do you think?
I think Jackie knows what she's doing.
Lamb to the slaughter, huh? Fine.
I'll make the calls.
Start with the Times. He just has to keep from losing his temper. And you can't be there. None of us can.
It was campaign money. I thought I made that clear.
Governor, how do we know that?
Because I just told you. Next question.
Do you have any records that would show that these were meant solely as campaign contributions?
No. Next.
Governor, you have to admit it looks suspicious.
Doing
All these
okay.
contracts, the cash contributions.
Sir, I don't have to admit
Has he hit anyone yet?
anything. You can draw any conclusion you like.
Not yet.
Governor, I'd like to go back to your statement on Wednesday about never favoring
He
contracts.
does look tired.
Campaigns.
Governor Sterling, do you have
An old
any
man.
way to prove that this money wasn't tied to specific favors?
I have answered that question a dozen times, and I don't know how to answer it any different. The low bidder on that contract was a crook. The only building he ever put up fell down. Every election was run on cash. It was perfectly legal. I sponsored a bill on campaign finance reform, but the state Senate refused. I don't give a damn, sir, whether you think I'm a crook or not.
Will you answer the question?
How can anyone possibly answer a stupid question like that?
Governor Sterling.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not on.
Governor.
No, this is over.
You did okay.
Hey.
Oh, I lost my temper.
Yeah?
Yeah, they really got to me. mostly kids. How do you explain to a kid that those were different times, you know? Everybody knew who was on the take and who wasn't. You didn't have to prove you were an honest man. You just had to be one.
Yeah, you did fine, Pop.
No, it'll stick to you, kid. Whether you like it or not. You got here on the Sterling name. That name's worth a lot less now. You know, it's important to me to know what you think.
Want to go get a bite?
I thought you had that big luncheon thing.
Yeah. Come on.
Senator, Evan Dudley. I'm the moderator.
Hey, Evan, how are you?
Fine.
Have you met my father?
Governor Sterling. Evan Dudley, it's a pleasure to meet you.
How's it going?
Fine. Fine. Actually, we were just getting ready to introduce you.
Oh, great. You got a couple of seats for
Sure.
us?
Yeah, right here.
There you go, Pop.
And the Appropriations Committee. It is a pleasure to
You watching?
introduce our newest senator,
I'm watching.
William Sterling.
You want to turn it up?
Not really.
How's he doing?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I know that this speech is supposed to define me as a senator. It's a very important speech, I've heard. My staff told me that if I want to be the education senator, which I do, now is the time to say so. But my staff also told me that I have to keep it to one subject. Is anybody else hot in here? Mind if I take off my jacket? If I have to keep it to one subject. You know, I wanted to talk about a lot of things today. I wanted to talk about taxes. I wanted to talk about Social Security. I wanted to talk about Cuba. But if I have to stick to one subject only, I'd like to talk about my father. Now, I know by today's standards that it is considered a sin to take cash contributions for campaigns. And that's what he did. He took cash, bags of money. Now, I know that it looks bad taking money, cash, for campaigns, that it's a crime now. But in those days, it was legal. That's the way things were done. Now, there is no way that he can prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that he didn't take that money for himself or for his family. And there's no way that you can prove that he did. There is no smoking gun. So you have to make a judgment. You have to look at that man right there and ask yourself the question. Is he telling the truth? Is he an honest man? You know, I think I know my father much better now after this week. I don't know, maybe I should thank you guys for putting us in the same foxhole together. Seeing him under fire like he's been this week, seeing him make mistakes, be human, see him have regrets. But I have to admit that when the story came out, I didn't know what to believe. I did not know what to believe from my own father. But now I do. So I've made my judgment. Is he an honest man? I don't believe he's an honest man. I know he's an honest man. And I'm proud. I'm proud to be in the same room with him. So, that said, I'm open for questions. Yes?
Senator, your father denied knowing Quinn Riley and then later admitted that he did, in fact,
Yeah,
know-
Laura, I think that is a question for the governor. Governor?
Your question was about Quinn Riley. I denied knowing him. I was embarrassed. I lied.
Then how do we know you're telling the truth now?
I guess you don't.
Governor, would you be willing to release your tax returns and your net worth?
If you promise not to laugh.
We live another day.
12 messages.
Did you finish the coffee?
No, it wasn't very good, was it?
Hand me that water, would you, please? You know, the reporters today are a lot tougher than they were in my day.
Yeah? What? What?
That was just funny. As bad as it was, and might still be for you.
I'm not worried.
As bad as it was. As bad as it was, they still are saying governor, governor. They're still calling my name. You have no idea how hard it is not to be a part of this anymore.
Still gonna buy that meal for me?
After you dump me in this shark tank, onward.
Yes, Jackie.
He did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. All right.